So I just came from watching Predator Badlands. This is going to be a non-spoiler review of this film. I am familiar with the Predator franchise. The movie follows the story of Deck. Deck is a runt predator. Runt meaning that he is considered like malformed, less likely to survive in those harsh conditions that the predators stay in. And the movie starts off with like a bit of family drama, really. I was not expecting that. You get to see Deck, his brother, his father, and it basically starts off as an underdog story. So that's a nice way to anchor the audience and make them root for the main character. Kind of reminds me of the Dothraki. If you've ever watched Game of Thrones, the Dothraki are kind of the same way. They only respect those who are strong, and if you're weak, doesn't matter who you are, you get deleted. Deck goes on this journey to go capture a creature that's a very dangerous apex predator called the Kalisk. And he's just doing this so that he can gain the approval of his clan to show that he's strong. And along the way, he makes some friends. And the movie actually becomes quite funny. There's some genuine humor thrown in here that feels very natural. It's not forced at all. It feels weird rooting for the predator. You're following the story from the perspective of the predator, so he's your main MC and you're rooting for him, but it feels weird. Typically the predator would be the villain in these types of stories.
You one ugly motherfucker.
But Deck is actually quite a likable character, despite predators being the villain in most of these movies. Originally, the design was not for me. Deck's design was not for me. When I see Deck on the poster, I was just like, oh, this doesn't look nice. But I get it. He's malformed. He's not the regular look of his species, or as other characters described him, he is defective specimen. There's someone who called him that, defective specimen. And well, the story is basically a commentary on individualistic society, because Deck is used to hunting alone. He has always been a lone hunter, a lone wolf, until he meets a certain character in the story. And well, the character offers her help, and Deck is just like, you are a tool. I am supposed to use you. You're not supposed to use me. But in the end, he undergoes this arc where he learns to not just be by himself. And I thought that was pretty good. The movie teases a sequel at the end. The ending is really good, actually quite the cliffhanger the way it ends, and it teases a sequel, and I would have no problem watching a follow-up movie to this, like a Predator Badlands 2 or something. My only issues with this film is, one, the lighting. The lighting is hides something. So like in the opening, Deck and his brother fight in a cave. The lighting there was a bit hard for me, and near the end of the film there's also like a lot of dark scenes where people are fighting. So lighting was an issue for me. And also the movie has some serious conveniences, not many of them, but some that you just see and you're like, wow, that's convenient, that's just happening. An example is Deck meets this robot character, and when they meet, she doesn't have legs. But later on in the film, it is revealed that these legs can be programmed to walk back to her. That's very convenient. That's very convenient. Also, there are places where this robot was manufactured by a company. So there are places this company like has robotic guards, and the guards, they try to shoot Deck in one scene, but later on they meet Deck again and they just point their guns and they're like waiting for an order or something, and they hesitate. I was like, you could just shoot him right now. Why are you hesitating? But they are minor conveniences. It's a movie. I can give it some leeway. Anyway, out of 10, I'll give this movie an 8.5. I enjoyed it. Very little I can complain. Very little. It was really just gripping from the beginning to the end. And also the fact that it has some genuinely good humor actually made the whole thing quite enjoyable to sit through. If you enjoyed my review, make sure to smash like and subscribe. If you haven't seen it, I advise you to make sure to go watch it. And if you've already watched it, make sure to tell me what you thought about it. It's a non-spoiler review, so I can't go into many details, but I really have not much really to complain. On the screen, I'll leave other reviews I've done for movies of this year, there was another Predator, but animation type movie that I reviewed. I'll leave it on screen and then I'll see you in the next